All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our NHL video here today for Tuesday, March 9th. And if you're new here, I just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my channel. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you end up liking what you see here today, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and join the Brock Page family. I'd love to have you. With that, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm talking about the Rangers taking on the Penguins, 6 o'clock Eastern puck drop in the Steel City. The Pittsburgh Penguins are the $1.70 favorite, total 6 juice to the over. Now the Rangers are plus 150 for an upset win on the money line. They're also minus $1.65, catching the goal and a half on the puck line. Keith Kincaid's he's the expected goalie in net for the Rangers. Spit it out. Tristan Jarry for the Penguins. We are currently 13-1 in our last 14 extra daily picks on my Patreon website. And access to that extra daily pick is just $2.99. We're also 7-1 with a push in our last 9 crowd pleaser teasers on that Patreon page as well. We currently have over 1,200 members signed up and active on that site. And the link for that Patreon page is in the description section below. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Penguins are coming off a nice 5-1 victory over this very New York squad on Sunday. Pittsburgh's won 7 out of their last 10. And they have themselves an impressive 10-2 straight-up record on their home ice this season. The Pens are in the top 3 in the league in home scoring, and they're led by Sidney Crosby and Brian Rust, who both have 8 goals apiece. Now they're taking on a Rangers squad who currently ranks in the bottom 10 in the entire NHL defensively in shots allowed, and they also lost 7 out of their last 10 meetings with Pittsburgh. Now total-wise, New York 6-3 to the over in their last 9 meetings with the Penguins. Pittsburgh on the other side, they are 8-4 to the over on their home ice. I'm going to lean toward the Pittsburgh Penguins winning this one outright on the money line and the over 6 goals. Next contest, Sabres, Flyers, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Philadelphia Flyers are minus 250, numbers 5.5. Carter Hart for the Flyers, Jonas Johansson for the Sabres. Now, Buffalo's lost their last 7 straight, just 2-8 straight up in their 10 meetings with Philly. Buffalo scores just 2.2 goals per contest, and they've been victorious in only 6 of 23 contests for the entire season. Now they're taking on a Philly team who ranks in the top 10 in scoring, and they're led by Joel Farabee, who's got 11 goals thus far in the season, along with 20 total points. Now scoring-wise, Philly did see 5 out of their last 10 meetings with Buffalo stay under the line. The Sabres are 13-10 to the under for the entire season themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Philadelphia Flyers minus 1.5 and the under 6 goals. Next game, it is going to be Predators versus the Hurricanes. In that particular contest there, that's going to be a 7 p.m. Eastern puck drop. Now, Carolina's minus $2, heavily favored in this one. Total 6 juice to the under. Alex Nedeljkovic expected between the pipes for Carolina. Pecorine for the Predators. Now, Nashville's won just 4 of 11 away from home this season. Bottom 5 defensively in goals allowed per contest. Pecorine's won just 6 out of 16 starts this season. They're taking on a Carolina squad who's 8-1 with an overtime loss at home, 7-3 against the puck line in those 10 home games. Carolina's in the top 3 in home scoring, top 10 in offensive shots on goal. Vincent Trocheck scored 13 goals thus far in the season, 22 total points. Meanwhile, right winger Nino Niederreiter, he scored 11 goals thus far as well, and he's currently a plus 11. Now, the Canes have taken 9 out of their last 11 head-to-head meetings with the Preds. And when it comes to the total in this one, Carolina's 7-3 to the over on their home ice, 15-8 to the over for the entire season. Meanwhile, the Preds on the other side of things, they are 7-4 to the over when they travel themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Carolina Hurricanes minus 1.5 and the over 6 goals. Next contest, it is going to be Jets versus the Leafs, 7 o'clock East. The Toronto Maple Leafs are minus $1.90, total 6. Hutchinson for the Leafs, Hellebuck for the Jets. Winnipeg's lost 6 out of their last 10 meetings with Toronto, and they rank in the bottom 3 defensively in shots allowed on the road. They're taking on a Toronto squad who's 9-3 with an overtime loss at home. 9-3 with an overtime loss at home, and they rank in the top 3 in the NHL in scoring. Austin Matthews leads the club with 18 goals. Marner and Nylander each have 10 apiece themselves. Total-wise, Toronto saw 6 out of their last 10 meetings with Winnipeg get over the number. The Jets are 13-11 to the over for the entire season themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Toronto Maple Leafs -1.5 and the over 6 goals. Next contest, Bruins, Islanders, 7 o'clock East. Should be a very good matchup in this one. The Boston Bruins are the slight favorite, -1.15, totals 5.5, juice to the under. Yarrow Halak for the Bruins, Semyon Varlamov for the Islanders. And New York's 15-10 to the under this season, 7-3 to the under in their last 10 versus Boston. Meanwhile, the Bruins on the other side, they are 7-6 to the under in their road games, 13-9 to the over for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward... did I just say 13-9 to the over? I meant 13-9 to the under for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward the under 5.5 in that contest. Next matchup, Devils, Caps, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. The Washington Capitals are -190, total 6, juice to the under. Vitek Vanacek for the Capitals, Scotty Wedgwood for the Devils. New Jersey lost 8 out of their last 10 outings. Dead last in the NHL in defensive shots on goal on the road. They're taking on a Washington club who won 5 out of their last 6. With 2 of those victories coming against this very New Jersey squad, the Caps are in the top 10 in scoring, and they're led by Nicholas Backstrom, who has double-digit goals on the season, along with 27 total points. Now, total-wise, Washington is 8-4 to the over at home. Jersey 6-3 to the over when they travel. Give me the Washington Capitals -1.5 and the over 6 goals. Next contest, Panthers, Blue Jackets, 7 p.m. Eastern puck drop in Columbus. The Florida Panthers are -140 on the road, totals 5.5. Sergei Bobrovsky for the Panthers, Jonas Korpisalo for the Blue Jackets. Now, Columbus, they've lost 8 out of their last 11 contests. They rank dead last in the NHL in offensive shots on goal at home. They're taking on a Florida club who's 8-2 with an overtime loss on the road. And they currently lead the NHL in offensive shots on goal themselves. John Huberdeau. There we go. He has double-digit goals on the season. 19 assists and 29 total points for the left winger. Meanwhile, Patrick Hornquist has scored 9 times on the year himself. 11 assists for Patrick as well. Florida leads the NHL in road scoring. And when it comes to the total in this one, the Panthers are 7-4 to the over when they travel. No real surprise there. Columbus is 7-6 to the over on their home ice themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Florida Panthers, -140 and the over 5.5. Next contest, Lightning, Red Wings, 7:30 Eastern puck drop. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they're -340, numbers 5.5. Vasilevsky for the Lightning, Bernier for the Red Wings. Detroit's won just 4 of 12 at home this season, dead last in the NHL in scoring. The Red Wings are also averaging just 2 goals per contest on their home ice. They're taking on a Tampa club who's 17-4 with just 2 OT losses on this season, and they're leading the NHL in both scoring and goals allowed. Steven Stamkos has 11 goals, 11 assists, +9 when he's on the ice. Meanwhile, Andre Palat has double-digit goals himself, along with 20 total points. And when it comes to the number in this one, oddly enough, Tampa's 7-6 to the under when they travel. Detroit's 9-3 to the under at the Little Caesars Arena. Plus, I'm not so confident Detroit's even going to be able to get on the board here today. I'm going to lean toward the Tampa Bay Lightning, -1.5 and the under 5.5 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup of the show. It is going to be Blackhawks Stars, 8:30 Eastern start time. The Dallas Stars are -145, totals 5.5. Hudobin for the Stars, Subban for Chicago. Malcolm Subban's coming into this contest with a .263 goals against average and a .918 save percentage. Chicago's also gone 8-5 against the spread in their games away from home. If you're looking to play the puck line here, they're also 17-9 ATS overall for the season. They're taking on a Dallas club who's won just 5 of 12 on their home ice. Now the Stars have also dropped 13 out of their last 16, and they average just 2.8 goals per contest. Now total-wise, Dallas is 60% to the under for the entire 2021 season, 6-3 to the under in their last 9 meetings with Chicago. Meanwhile, the Blackhawks saw 8 out of their last 13 road games stay under the total themselves. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Chicago Blackhawks plus 125 and the under 5.5. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you, what did we say here? Let's try that again. With that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, powered to you by my Patreon website, where we are 13-1 in our last 14 extra daily picks on that Patreon page. We're also 7-1 with a push in our last 9 crowd pleaser teasers on that Patreon page as well. I like Pittsburgh money line over 6 goals. Philadelphia minus 1.5 under 6. Carolina minus 1.5 over 6 goals. Toronto minus 1.5 over 6. I like the under 5.5 in the Boston New York Islanders game. I like Washington minus 1.5 over 6 goals. I like the Florida Panthers minus $1.40 over 5.5. I also like the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 under 5.5 goals. And before I give you my next and final matchup for the show here, one final reminder: if you end up, I keep forgetting what I'm saying here today. Anyway, I'm just going to give you the next and final game for the show. I like the underdog Chicago Blackhawks plus $1.25 in the under 5.5. I don't know. I'm really forgetting my lines here in this particular video. Very weird. We were crisp in the college basketball video earlier, but who knows? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, please keep in man, I'm drawing a blank here. If you get a package here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.